How's it going? Have you ever wondered with those animes, like the stereotype trope, the main character or like a side character that's like being all serious, looking out into the sky or the sun, like for some reason the sun sometimes, and like he reaches his hand out and then closes it, grasped his destiny, he's taking hold of it and taking control. It's fucking weird, it's kind of cringe. Anyways, have you ever heard of Mecha Break?
Future Barb here. There may be a potential balance patch coming out on the 18th from the dev team of Mecha Break, discussing potential balance patches, new game modes, new maps, whatever. It's all alleged because I personally have not seen it. From what I am reading and hearing, live update should go up on the 18th of July as it is the 13th as I am speaking to you right now on this. So a lot of the stuff on this video may not be accurate regarding the balancing, but I don't think they're going to be changing much of the monetization. So yeah.
Now I'm sure those of you who are watching, because I am fairly late on uploading this video, as I've been addicted to this shit, and I've been losing sleep when I should be getting ready for bed, and I can say after getting to master in, I don't know, almost like, I mean, I'll show it somewhere over here, I guess, but I have a lot of hours.
I have a lot of hours.
All right, in the past week. It's been out for a week. It came out on the 1st of July, and it's the 10th now, so it's almost 2 weeks at this point. Keep in mind that there's still some balance issues, I will say that, particularly with two characters. Maybe like if you wanna like really get down in the nitty gritty, there's some weak characters that are underperforming, and then there's characters that are average, and then there's characters that really I don't understand how they could get the balance wrong. But it's like a simple fix. Well, I say simple, but you know, nothing with balance ever is simple. And the two mechs that I have a problem with are the two melee mechs. It's Stellaris and Welkin. With Stellaris, you at least have some level of a chance with fighting him for one particular avenue, but I feel like the game is not running as intended, or maybe it is and I'm just trash. But Stellaris is one of the new characters that came out that basically he can go invisible and he's got dual swords, and his whole goal is to run in, do his wombo combo, one-shot you, and then get out. Now, there are certain mechs in the game that have radar that can see invisible characters and will show, so you can do the auto lock-in with your FCS kind of lock-on system. I'm thinking of Armored Core, but it's basically the FCS, or it's the auto locking mechanism. Well, for some reason it doesn't work very well, where even if you have the radar, they're still invisible. Maybe it's because you're not in line of sight of them, so you can't really see them. You have to be like, your screen has to be in their direction. I don't know, but it's supposed to work, but it doesn't. So you can't really counterplay against that invisible. Also, the cooldown, once you burn through the cloaking on Stellaris, is pretty short. Like, if you know how to manage your cooldowns like so, like some of the gameplay, and this is coming from a person that has played him like a bunch once I unlocked him. Still pretty bad, but basically this is what it looks like. It's like a 25-second cooldown when you burn through all of it, which is like insane. But if you activate it and then put it away, it gets massively reduced. Like I'm saying, like maybe 2-second, 4-second, 5-second kind of cooldowns for using half of it and turning it off, basically. That's my complaint with the Stellaris, and I feel like they could hit him with that and then he would be just fine. They don't need to mess with anything, you just mess with the cooldown of it. Now we have Welkin. Welkin is a tanky motherfucker that when he gets you in his little box and flashbangs you, you're pretty much just dead. Unless you can like jump out of the way. Now, with him, I can't see a way to balance him out consistently because everything about him is just really strong because he's like one of the most chosen characters, like in terms where, you know, a lot of the characters are situational. He could just be chosen and used on any kind of game mode, any map, any kind of scenario, minus a few things. Like if you're a bad Welkin, well, you're just gonna go 07 and, you know, get your shit pushed in. Now, a major problem with this game that a lot of people were having is the freaking UI, the horrible UI in the menu screen. Like, this is garbage. This is garbage. I don't understand why that's there. It's garbage. It's terrible. You go through the tutorial and they spit you out in the menu. Hit spacebar to like queue up or like lock in the menu that's like on the bottom somewhere here. Somewhere, you don't know what mode you're doing. And what's even crazier is that when you swap the modes, you hit it and it takes you to another tab that is like on the top of like, you know, operation, like it's like this strategy table or tactical station or whatever. And they don't explain anything. Like each tab has like 5 to 6 other sub tabs in it when they can just clearly clean this up. Like, this is horrible. There's just too much here. There's like the battle pass, which is the contract, the matrix contracts, which has like 5 tabs. And then there's like inventory, which is like all your inventory of like items that you get in game, like clothing items for your character, or even paint jobs for your mechs that you get through like the battle pass or the rally thing, which is a whole nother thing too. It's like, there's like this thing called the rally, which is like clans basically. And you can only have one, and a lot of people will create one for their creator code or whatever, and you put in that code and you join, and so if there's enough people, you get certain rewards based off the number of players that use that code. So it's frustrating because it's super confusing to new players, and I'm just like, I wish that there was something a little bit more easier for new players to get into, and especially when you first log in. It's like, buy this new thing. You know, it's like if you ever play Gundam Battle Operations or like the daily login screen, but right out of the gate, like when you first open up the gate, like the game, and you do the tutorial and it spits you out into the lobby, there's just this, like this ugly thing. Like what even is that? That's my rant and the one problem that a lot of people have, but the game is just so freaking good that if you're ballsy enough to actually click out of that screen and actually play a game, you will not regret it. It's actually a good game, but a lot of people see like all the monetization elements to it and they just get turned off. Mecha Break has 3 different modes. Mashmak, which is like the extraction shooter, and you got the 6v6 mode. You have the 3v3, which then has the Ace Arena, which is like the ranked component of it. One mode, the extraction shooter, focuses on, you know, just like everyday extraction. You have like mods, like this. All this, mods. All over here. Mods everywhere that you have to extract with. In addition to some other items, you can, you know, have weapons, you got blueprints of like airdrops that you can equip. Now the loot box system is very simple and a lot of people get it wrong. I feel that it is relatively balanced because the game released in a very interesting state where they just bombard you with microtransactions and all these money schemes. Like, why pay $47 USD for a Falcon skin? With some blonde anime girl as the pilot, even though you already create your character. This is what I have a problem with. They don't explain anything to you other than you get in, you get these mystery boxes, and you have to extract with them and not die, and then you open them to get these mods. These mods are very broken. I say they're broken. People say they're broken. I think you see a bunch of reviews on Steam that are all negative because, oh, the mystery box is pay to win. But in reality, you can just grind all this out and even sell all this stuff, basically free money currency. The 6v6 game mode, I believe it's Operation Verge, if I remember correctly. The game itself, the feeling of being fast is just a marvel to see. Every mode is very simple, where it really chalks up to 3 different modes. You basically have interact with an item, disable it, capture it, whatever you want to call it, to then escort a little truck on a line. Maybe there's a capture point that's like a giant circle ring that makes it go faster, and then there's just the chaos of the elims where you basically have to get 8 kills to actually win the match. And there's like 2 rounds that you play. If you get more, if you win one, well, technically it's like best out of 3, you know, completely railed by the other team, or you do the rail. And then you have like the 3v3 elimination. I barely played it. Actually, I can't even say I have played it. Maybe there's some footage of like post-recording of this that I suffered through that mode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you ever just do decide to download the game, try to get past the main menu. I know a lot of people are missing out on the game. Try it out. Don't just write it off as a microtransaction hell. Even though there are some elements that may make it a microtransaction hell, especially we never know what's gonna happen in the future. Sub, please. I would appreciate it. I'm trying to build this YouTube channel since my internet's really dog crap, so I can't really stream as effectively as I want. But if you feel like it, give my Twitch a follow, you know. Here's the you know, twitch.tv/IronChefBarbatoast, one word. I'll see you next time.